All right, we're going to talk some WNBA.
I know you're thrilled. I know you can wait. Me and Rob G said, you know what is going to get Parker going?
Yeah, okay. This is just
WNBA.
Like, what do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna just leave it to you.
No, you're just excited about this. Look at you. No, the conversation we were having was about Caitlyn Clark and can the Caitlyn Clark effect continue into this next coming year? We obviously know the Final Four run the year before, and then obviously her rookie campaign, and that's all the conversation, right? It was divisive. She's great, but she's not as good as them. WNBA players kind of pushing her down. And so we were thinking, will this carry over and continue into the next season? So you look at her preseason game, the Fever as well, 1.3 million viewers, which, by the way, only 2 of ESPN's 57 NBA preseason games since 2010 had ever drawn an audience like that, and both featured LeBron in 2017, in 2018. So him becoming a Laker and all of that. So she's doing LeBron Laker numbers when it comes to viewership in a preseason game.
Okay.
And then
can you buried the lead on that? Because it's a fudge job. This is why I got an issue with it.
What?
Did they play like some other terrible WNBA team?
They played Brazil.
Oh, okay. International. That was an international game. So you're going to judge that based off of playing like, I don't know what WNBA teams, the Detroit Shock, the Brooklyn Liberty.
The Shock are gone.
Okay.
You were still in Detroit when they left.
Yeah,
you were still there.
The New York Liberty that plays in Brooklyn or Westchester. Give me another team. The
Sparks, where you live.
The Sparks. I'm the Sparks. The Minnesota.
You've been to a game.
What is it, Lynx or whatever it is? I don't know what it is.
By the way, you're on a roll right now. For somebody who don't watch, you're doing pretty well.
But you get my point on this. And my point is, you can't look at that game as an ordinary WNBA preseason game. The tickets were going for $440 because it was Brazil. For them to put out a story and act like her magic with the numbers for just a preseason game. Do you feel me?
No, that's a legit point. However, people still watched. People still tuned in. Mind you, they tuned in the middle of the playoffs. And we look here watching the Gatorade commercial that had a bunch of athletes in it. Who just ended it? Caitlyn Clark. So you look at some of the growth they had last year. WNBA had 22 regular season games that averaged more than 1 million viewers. And if you add the All-Star game and the draft, that was 24 programs that they had that had over 1 million. And that, obviously, as we know, is rare. Then today, A'ja Wilson, the best player in the WNBA, I know Caitlyn Clark's the most popular, but the best player is A'ja Wilson, dropped her shoe. By the way, amazing Nike commercial for her shoe campaign. And she dropped it, sold out in 5 minutes. The A'ja Wilson shoe, which I'm going to grab a few for my daughter whenever they restock, I think Thursday or something. But so the question is this something that's real? Is this something that is tangible? Is this something that now they can depend on and saying, we actually have something sustainable? We're not saying we're going to be getting TV network deals like these other sports and billions of dollars as of yet, but something that they can say the momentum continues. The momentum continues to grow, and they have something that, they can feast on. It ain't like Caitlyn Clark. This isn't college where eventually she leaves. Like, she could be in the WNBA for 10, 15, 20 years. So you have that star power. Angel Reese, who is massive on commercials, social media, and obviously in the game playing as well, now in the league for another 10, 15 years. You're starting to get these stars. Paige now in the league for the 2 years. They got the French, the female Wimbenyama, I have to get her name. She's now in. So is this something where they can actually build upon and finally start to say, look at this growth that we've had now for a sustained amount of years?
No. Here's my issue with all that you talked about. The W last year with the number lost $50 million. That's number one, okay? Yeah. Number two, their average attendance was 9,000. The league hasn't been around for a week or 10 days or 1 year. The league's been around for 30-some-odd years. 9,000. And those TV numbers, that's nice for her. She is the Harlem Globetrotters when she shows up. They're not doing that. They still have arenas where they're getting 6,000 people on a regular Tuesday night game. So, yes, you've seen it. And when she shows up at those games, yes.
But I think
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't look at this and go, like, it's going to be, it's here to stay, and they're going to from now on sell out every game or have these unbelievable ratings. I as long as Caitlyn Clark, and even her thing after a while could fade after we've seen her.
I do agree, right?
Her.
We see that for 5-6 years. All right, I've seen it. That's where you have to be excited. Now, we're wishing her all the best, Juju Watkins. Juju gets healthy, right? Still maybe one more year at USC after she gets healthy, and then she gets in there. You got Paige now in there. You start to hope that you get all these players in there again. And then you got Dominique Malunga. Dominique Malunga. Dominique Malunga. She is the number 2 pick. I would have probably picked her number 1 over Paige, but she's doing drop-step turnaround dunks on people, which can make this thing even more interesting. I do think they're starting to accumulate enough star power, and again, that they will be there for decades, that you'll start to know some names, start to know players, start to know some rivalries, start to know some beefs, and have something. And you can't equate it to money, because I do agree they're not going to make money quite yet where it will warrant that side of the business. That's not going to happen anytime necessarily soon. It could for the players themselves, meaning I got more commercial deals, I got the shoe deal, I got this Gatorade commercial, but the league in and of itself, I don't think it's going to be making millions or billions of dollars. But, yeah, I do think with some of the players that are coming in, I do think there's some sustainability for them that they hadn't had, Rob, for like 15, 20 years. I
just think long-term, Caitlyn Clark is a once-in-a-lifetime. And I'm not saying that the other players, they've always been, and you say this because you've watched WNBA and been in the games, take your daughters. Mm-hmm. There have been great players who play in the league. Let's not make it like there haven't been.
For sure. 100%.
Caitlyn is different, okay? Because she was playing the game different from the way women play.
I agree.
Okay, would you agree with that?
She's
taking logo, exactly,
Stefina.
taking the logo 3. So guys got, wait a minute, what is this? I've never seen this. Mm-hmm. Not in a women's game. I couldn't watch it. And the other thing, too, as much as we talk about it, women still don't go to the games like they should. And until women embrace the league, I just don't see where it's going to grow. There are more women than men, and they won't go. You talk to women, you know this. They're like, I'll go to NBA game.
Are we going to Lakers?
Right. No.
We're going to living out here. Going to Clippers? Yeah. Going to Knicks? Going to yeah.
You going to the, what are they called?
Sparks.
Sparks?
Stop doing that.
You going to the Sparks? Rob G., you're married. You got 2 daughters.
Yes, he would.
How many Sparks games have you been to?
That would be 0, Bob.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
But it's not like I'm actively avoiding it either. I haven't seen LeBron play in person either.
No, but that's different. You haven't seen it because of the money.
Not in person, no.
No, because of the money of the tickets.
I saw Kobe a bunch of times.
Well,
I never saw LeBron. I mean, because you get older and the tickets are, $400, $500 to sit in good seats.
I get
Rob
that.
G, hold on. I don't get that. Rob G is the king of getting mad at me for not using TV and radio to get.
You act like I haven't tried is the problem.
Okay.
That actually did pull the curtain back. One time, Chris Broussard, again, rest in peace, was like, yeah, man, I'm going to make sure I can get you.
Stop saying
I'll
that?
get you a game. Like, how many tickets you need? 2. If I can get 2, 3 would be great. But if you can get 2, that'd be good. Yeah, no problem. I'll take care of you. And then as the day comes by, I just couldn't do it after all. I'll get you the next time, then the next time, and then the next time, and then it never happened. Then it never happened. No.
Is that why I'm sitting here right now?
Yes.
Because he never, like, hey, he got to go.
He's got to go.
He never got me Laker tickets. Get him out of here.
I was like, first off, he's messing up the melanin color of the show.
That's funny.
Secondly,
that is funny.
He ain't never give me my Laker tickets.
It's unbelievable. You didn't go to me. You went to Chris. I mean, Rob, I just don't understand.
Would you get me free tickets?
I would have gotten you tickets.
No, you wouldn't. You pay for tickets.
Yeah, but I could have got you. They don't have to be $400 tickets.
I get you in the top. With the real fans.
Don't you want to be in? Are you in the building? Right? I could get you maybe those.
I want to feel the sweat when LeBron goes down the lane.
Rob G.
What?
I'm a little disappointed you hit your boy up.
Well, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. If you want me to, I will hit you up. Like, hey.
No. Well, we got the season now.
Now I'm gonna need Dodger tickets. I don't even like baseball, but I'm gonna need to see Otani.
You'll go see Otani.
You've never seen Otani either?
Nah.
Take your wife and the kids. Go out for a nice
Rob
night.
G, I got you.
All right.
And I was gonna call. I'll tell you out there. You're going to be mad.
877-99 on Fox. Yeah, I already know. Rob G.
You already
know.
He
had a suite empty with just him and his
family.
First of all,
That's right. I believe it.
He had a suite.
Snitches get stitches,
Didn't call
Rob
anybody.
Parker.
Rob G. It could have been the suite.
Snitches get stitches.
What? Who's the NBA player that Kelvin dropped dime on at some place?
I don't know what you're talking about, Rob. That has never happened before.
But if Dub gets me Dodger ticket, I'll be like, Rob, I need to see Joe Adele in person, friend of the Inside the Parker podcast.
That's right.
He's been on 4 times. I need to at least see him in action one time.
At least down in Anaheim or when they come here. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369 is the recent surge in popularity of women's basketball led by Caitlyn Clark sustainable? Or is this just a fad kind of thing.
I'm going to get you to a Sparks game too, Rob Parker.
We'll continue.
Don't act like you ain't hear me.
Let me see.
Don't act like you ain't hear me.
Two things that'll happen when hell freezes over. I'm going to go to church and to a Sparks game. No,
all right, let me get you. You know what? A lot of games on Sundays. We can do 2
and
more.
Listen to Doug Gottlieb on the way home. Those are the 3 things.
You would literally ascend at that point.
Scott's gonna fire you.
You would literally
so
ascend at that point. Like you would have, like there would be no more reason for you to live at that point. You would just literally, you would just ascend.